Bitcoin seeing a little green today after the cryptocurrency slipped to its lowest level in 7 weeks. Pompliano, what's going on with that?
Bitcoin continues to be the greatest show on Wall Street. Every single Wall Street organization now realizes that if they embrace Bitcoin, it brings them new clients, new assets, new revenue. And if there's one thing that these Wall Street banks need is they need growth, and Bitcoin equals that. You know, if you see the Bitcoin ETF, it's the greatest launch in Wall Street history. It's now the most profitable ETF for BlackRock. If you look at these Bitcoin treasury companies, they've created billions and billions of dollars of shareholder value. And I think you're going to continue to see Wall Street firms take this asset and put it in every nook and cranny of the financial system. And the reason is because Bitcoin is the new hurdle rate. If you think about kind of traditional finance, there's a 60-40 portfolio, which means 40% of your assets went into bonds, which are pretty much guaranteed to lose value if they're going to destroy the currency, which they have been doing. US dollar's lost almost 30% of its purchasing power since 2020. And so what you have is an entire new generation. They say trying to outperform the stock market is actually not that interesting because inflation's much higher. Debasement of the currency has been 4% a year since 1971. So if I hold bonds, it's a negative real rate of return. And now Bitcoin is the hurdle rate. And the compounding annual growth rate of Bitcoin for the last decade is 85%. So if you can't beat it, you got to buy it. And that's what Wall Street's figured out is they can't beat it. And so you're going to see it in every single corner.
Anybody want to temper that mega bull analysis? Because you knew you were going to get it. I heard the word bonds in there and I thought of you.
No, I just have a question.
Oh.
If it blows up, does that send money back into bonds and make it easier for the federal government? Because the last, 5 years, the TLT.
Yeah.
You want to talk
Crushed.
about ETFs? It's lost 40 people who bought the
50%,
TLT. Half your money you lost putting it in longer term treasuries.
Don't tell the risk mitigators on Wall Street.
Right. So if,
I think that what's interesting,
Bitcoin.
Yeah, what's interesting is actually the data just came out this week that foreign central banks now own more gold than they do U.S. treasuries. So foreign central banks, they got a lot of money. What they're really realizing is three things. One, that negative real rate of return if they hold treasuries. Two is that we're going to debase our currency. We're not going to run the economy hot. We're not going to just try to cut expenses. We are going to use monetary policy. But the third thing is also the United States over the last 3 or 4 years has gone to the world and said, hey, we are going to use financial sanctions. We are going to. If you hold treasuries, they are potentially at risk if you become an adversary of us. And we've seen that in Russia, Venezuela, et cetera. And so I think central banks around the world are saying sound money, which gold has, right now is very attractive compared to treasuries. I do believe Bitcoin will enter that conversation at some point. But if for some reason something happened to Bitcoin, which obviously I don't think will happen, I think that they'll go to gold more so than they will go back to bonds. It's just sound money. Things that cannot be printed by a person are going to be more valuable in the future world.